years, the British public was told to accept Camilla as their queen. Behind the palace walls, though, not everyone was ready to forgive or forget. Princess Anne stayed silent for decades, but silence does not mean approval. A part of this royal story has been carefully kept out of sight. It is a story of betrayal, pain, and quiet defiance. Now that the truth is beginning to surface, Camilla's image is falling apart. When Princess Anne finally spoke, the weight of what she revealed broke Camilla down completely. The woman Princess Anne never respected. Princess Anne is known for being direct. She does not play games and does not flatter people she does not respect. In the royal world, Anne stands out. She speaks only when necessary and conveys her emotions clearly through her actions. When it comes to Queen Camilla, that action has always been cold. She had never respected Camilla. For over 50 years, their relationship has been icy, and people often wonder why. The answer is simple. Princess Anne knows who Camilla is. She has seen everything from the inside, and she doesn't like what she sees and knows about Camilla. Long before the public was aware of Camilla, complications already existed between the two. In the early 1970s, Princess Anne dated Andrew Parker Bowles. The two were very close, attended events together, and seemed pretty into each other. Their relationship was serious and solid. Some people even believed they might get married, but that did not happen. Royal tradition at the time made it difficult. Andrew was Catholic, and that made the match impossible. The relationship ended and Camilla married Andrew in 1973. That moment changed everything. Anne had lost someone she cared about to Camilla, and Camilla had taken his name and his home. From that moment forward, there was a distance between the two women. Camilla was no friend of Anne, and neither was Anne Camilla's friend. Years passed. In the public eye, Camilla was the wife of Andrew, but in private, she became something else. She was the woman who never left Prince Charles's life, even when she was married to someone else. After Charles married Princess Diana in the year 1981, Camilla stayed close. Love letters were exchanged, and intimate phone calls were made. Everyone in the palace knew what was going on. They saw it and heard it because they weren't even trying to hide their developing illicit relationship, and Princess Anne was one of those people. Diana tried to make the marriage work. She did her duty and tried hard to please Charles. She gave birth to Prince William and Prince Harry and was a great mother to them. She attended events and smiled for the press, but deep down, she was unhappy because Camilla never truly left, and she made sure Diana got the message that Charles was hers. In the year 1994, Charles admitted in a public interview that he had been unfaithful. He confirmed that he had returned to Camilla during his marriage. That same year, a secret phone conversation between Charles and Camilla leaked to the public. The words were shocking and inappropriate, the damage was deep, and Princess Diana was humiliated. So was the royal family. Anne had watched it all happen. She had watched Diana suffer because of the same woman from her past. Diana watched the man she hoped to spend the rest of her life with throw away his marriage for a woman many people did not respect. While Anne and Diana were not close at first, they shared a common bond. They both understood the pain of being trapped in a public role, and both understood betrayal, especially the type that comes from a loved one. Diana later gave her interview in 1995. She said there were 3 people in the marriage. That one line exposed everything. Camilla had not just been a friend, she had been a significant catalyst that contributed to the destruction of their marriage. After Diana's tragic demise in the year 1997, the public turned its eyes to Camilla. There was no love for her, and there was no support. She was the woman who made Diana sad till her final breath. The people hated her especially because Diana is known for being well-loved and admired by the people. Camilla stayed hidden for a while, and the palace did not bring her forward. People needed time, but Camilla needed a cover. Something that would divert the hate she was getting. Years later, Camilla slowly returned to the public. She hosted events and took pictures with important people, and the press began to change its tone, this time favoring her. Camilla was now described as supportive and loyal. The word mistress was replaced with partner. It was not by accident. It was intentional, and Camilla played a significant role in it. Rumors have it that she paid the press to rebuild her image and set herself up as a good person and societal role model. Princess Anne never joined the show. She stayed quiet and kept her distance. In public events, Anne rarely stood near Camilla. She avoided photos with her when possible. She did her duty, nothing more. Body language experts noticed the space between them. Royal reporters commented on Anne's stiff posture and cold eyes when Camilla was present. When Charles married Camilla in the year 2005, the palace announced she would not be called Princess of Wales. That name still belonged to Diana in the hearts of the people. Camilla was given the title Duchess of Cornwall instead. The palace also promised she would not become queen. They said if Charles became king, she would only be called Queen Consort. That was what the public was told, and that was what Anne believed would happen. Until Queen Elizabeth passed away in the year 2022, Charles became king, and Camilla became Queen Consort. That was expected. However, what came next was not. In the year 2023, the title changed again. Camilla was no longer referred to as Queen Consort. She was simply Queen Camilla. She finally succeeded in taking Princess Diana's spot. That move hurt many people. The promise was broken. And Princess Anne said nothing in public. She followed protocol and performed her duties. Still, at the coronation, her face said it all. Anne stood in full military dress. Her eyes stayed fixed. She did not smile or look at Camilla. Her silence was loud, and the message was clear. She did not like her, and the latest development only intensified her hatred for her. This was not just about titles. It was about the honor that did not belong to Camilla, but she managed to achieve it. Camilla had entered the family through scandal and stayed through persistence. She had hurt people and smiled through it. She had been rewarded for betrayal. To Anne and the public, that was not acceptable. Anne has never faked respect. She does not pretend. Her cold looks and distance are not rudeness. They are the truth. Camilla may have the crown, but she will never have the respect of the woman who saw everything and said nothing until it mattered. This is not about jealousy. It is not about rivalry. It is about principle. Camilla did not earn her place the way Anne or Diana did. She did not build it through duty or service. She walked through the pain of others to reach her current position. That truth cannot be hidden with royal robes or a crown. Anne sees it, and so does the public. How Camilla gained power. Camilla was not welcomed with open arms when she entered the royal circle. For many years, she was seen as the reason Princess Diana's marriage ended. Her public image was shaped by scandal. However, step by step, she worked her way back into royal life. Not through public love, but through manipulation and betrayal. After Diana's demise in the year 1997, Camilla disappeared from view for a while. The royal family was under pressure, the public was grieving, and all the anger was directed at Camilla. Queen Elizabeth waited several years before even meeting Camilla. That meeting took place in the year 2000. It was short and formal. No one in the palace described it as warm. Even so, Charles was determined to bring Camilla into his world, which is the palace. In the early 2000s, she started appearing at private events. Later, she attended public ones. The palace said very little, but the message was clear. Camilla was becoming official. She began staying at royal homes. She often accompanied Charles to weddings and memorials. The public was expected to adjust to and like her after all she and Charles had done. That backfired, causing her even more hatred. Princess Anne watched it all happen. Her expression never changed. She did not join the wave of positive stories. She kept her public distance and said nothing. Those who know her believe she saw through the effort. She had seen the damage Camilla had caused. It was not something that could be washed away with new clothes and a smile. In the year 2005, Camilla and Charles were married in a civil ceremony. Queen Elizabeth did not attend the ceremony itself. She only appeared at the blessing that followed. Her absence at the wedding said a lot about how she felt about their marriage. It was one of the few times the Queen did not show up for a senior royal's wedding. Rumors had it that she was uncomfortable with the marriage because she still respected Diana, and also because she hated the way Camilla and Charles embarrassed the royal family in the past. At the time of the wedding, the palace made a promise. They said Camilla would not be called Princess of Wales. That title belonged to Diana, whom the people thought deserved it. Camilla would be known as the Duchess of Cornwall. The palace also stated that if Charles were to become king, Camilla would be called Queen Consort, not Queen. That was a key promise used to calm public concern. As the years passed, Camilla gradually assumed more royal responsibilities. She visited charities, she attended official visits. She gave interviews about her work. Still, public opinion remained mixed. Many people continued to view her as the woman who hurt Diana. In every royal poll, her popularity stayed low. She never came close to Diana's level of affection from the public. Behind palace walls, some staff reported that Camilla intentionally avoided certain members of the royal family and always tried her best to avoid any encounter with them. Princess Anne was one of them. According to former aides, the two women were polite but cold. They did not spend private time together or laugh together in public. At events, Anne was seen standing apart, never reaching out for conversation. Their distance became part of royal body language analysis. In the year 2022, Queen Elizabeth passed away. Charles became king. The official message was that Camilla would now be Queen Consort. That followed the earlier promise made in 2005. Still, the words began to shift in official statements. Some announcements removed the word consort. They simply called her Queen. By the time of the coronation in the year 2023, the change was clear. Invitations and public documents listed her as Queen Camilla. No public explanation was given. The promise made years earlier was ignored. It became one of the biggest betrayals of royal trust in recent history. Princess Anne remained silent. She did not protest. She did not argue. However, her role during the coronation spoke clearly. She wore a full military dress and rode on horseback, taking part as the king's gold stick in waiting. She looked proud and focused. When Camilla was crowned, Anne's face stayed firm. Cameras caught her expression. It did not show a celebration. It showed duty and nothing more. Camilla's path to power was not earned through tradition. It was shaped by public relations teams, years of silence, and shifting promises. She never won the public the way Diana did. She never earned Anne's respect. She simply stayed until people gave up fighting. Now she wears the crown once promised she would never touch. She walks beside the man who once promised loyalty to another woman. She sits on a throne built on centuries of history, but her legacy will always carry the weight of what came before. Princess Anne may never say these things aloud. Her silence protects the family. However, her actions speak the truth. Princess Anne continues to serve without a word of complaint. She carries out hundreds of engagements each year. She has visited soldiers, hospitals, disaster zones, and sports events. Her work speaks louder than any public statement. She never needed to say that she disapproved of Camilla. Her actions have spoken for themselves. One of her clearest messages came during the coronation in the year 2023. As Queen Camilla walked past the royal family during the formal procession, every senior royal either bowed or curtsied. Princess Anne did neither. She stood still, her face calm and proud. The moment was brief, but powerful. Cameras caught it. Those who understand royal tradition know it was not an accident. Anne follows protocol without fail. Her refusal to bow spoke louder than any speech. She did not recognize Camilla as queen in her heart, and she let the world see it. Why Camilla was never truly accepted. Camilla may wear the crown today, but the truth is that she was never fully accepted by the royal family. Her presence has always been complicated. Her path into the monarchy was marked by scandal, public shame, and private tension. The public witnessed it unfold through the press. Inside the palace, it was even worse. When Camilla first entered the royal circle, she was the Duchess of Cornwall. On paper, she was the wife of the future king. In reality, she remained a reminder of years of deceit and dishonor. Not every royal forgave her. Some never even tried. Princess Anne was one of those few. She followed royal rules without fail. She upheld her duties with dignity and kept her personal feelings private. However, those who observed her could tell where she stood. During royal events, Anne's treatment of Camilla stayed cold. Her greetings were short, her interactions were brief. Her presence was respectful but distant. Palace insiders who worked through the early 2000s recalled how strained the atmosphere often became when Camilla attended family events. Reports from former staff mentioned that Camilla usually kept to herself at private dinners. Some said she tried to avoid long conversations with certain senior royals. Others noticed that she was rarely seen around Princess Anne unless required by official protocol. The discomfort was not only between Anne and Camilla. Prince Philip, husband to Queen Elizabeth, also did not immediately welcome her. Though he tolerated her presence later in life, Philip was known for his strong views on duty and honor. Camilla's past with Charles had embarrassed the monarchy. The headlines, the leaked phone calls, and the public fallout had weakened trust. Prince Philip believed in protecting the family name, and Camilla's presence was perceived as harming it. Queen Elizabeth did not meet Camilla face-to-face until the year 2000. That meeting came 3 years after Princess Diana's demise. Even then, it only happened because Charles did not give up on his quest to bring her into the family. The Queen had refused for years to even be in the same room with Camilla. Her hesitation revealed the severity of the damage. Camilla was aware of how the family and the public felt toward her. She once told a biographer that she felt like an outsider in the early years. She admitted that public opinion had taken a toll on her. However, rather than withdraw, she followed the plan. Step by step, she rebuilt her image. Behind that smile was a quiet determination to claim her place beside Charles. In private, her position remained fragile. Royal staff noted that Camilla's relationship with Prince William was polite, but not close. There were no reports of open hostility, but warmth was rare. It was clear that the sons of Princess Diana would never fully embrace the woman who had caused their mother so much pain. Kate, Prince William's wife, now Princess of Wales, was also observed keeping a careful distance from Camilla. Photographs from state events show the two standing apart. Their conversations appear brief. Kate always shows grace in public, but there is no sign of genuine closeness. Royal experts have often pointed out that Camilla never became a grandmother figure to William and Kate's children. That role was left empty. Princess Anne, throughout all these years, never changed her behavior. She never offered public praise. She never supported Camilla's rise in title. During the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in the year 2022, Anne's focus remained on duty. When Camilla was honored with the title of Royal Lady of the Order of the Garter, Anne attended but showed no outward emotion. She stood tall, followed protocol, and left the personal part out of it. Even in family gatherings, Camilla stayed distant. Some reports suggested that she avoided Balmoral Castle during certain months to avoid tension. Other sources claimed she rarely stayed for long visits at Sandringham unless Charles insisted. Those decisions may seem small, but they speak loudly about her true place in the family. Inside the palace, loyalty is everything. Those who were close to Queen Elizabeth knew how much she valued tradition and honor. Camilla had disrupted both, though the Queen later gave her support by asking that Camilla be called Queen Consort when Charles becomes the king. That decision came only months before her demise. Many believed it was made under pressure to maintain family unity, not out of genuine belief. And still, the Queen's wishes were not respected because Camilla was crowned queen instead. For someone who had a deep respect for tradition like Anne, that action crossed the line. Not only was Queen Elizabeth's wish not respected, but it was done so quickly that it meant that they never really considered the late Queen's wishes. That final shift in title marked the last change in Camilla's long journey into the royal spotlight. However, many insiders quietly disagreed. The truth is that some royals never viewed her as one of them. Her path had not been clean, and her past could not be erased. Princess Anne, who has always lived by the values of service and discipline, remained firm. Her relationship with Camilla never became personal. Camilla may now live in Buckingham Palace. She may sit at state banquets and walk beside the king. Nonetheless, she carries the weight of her past. Her place was not earned the same way others earned theirs. Inside the palace walls, where tradition matters more than public approval, Camilla had none. She didn't respect traditions and did not have the approval of the public for someone who respects tradition and is well loved by the public. Princess Anne sees Camilla as unfit to be queen. Queen Camilla now holds one of the highest titles in the world. Her name appears beside King Charles in official programs. Her image is shown on coins, stamps, and royal portraits. Still, despite all the ceremony and effort to make her role feel permanent, one thing remains unchanged. The royal family does not truly love her. The public does not fully accept her. She never will be. Camilla's position in the monarchy came through deceit, not trust. Many people close to the royal family have said this quietly for years. It is not just about how she entered, but what was lost, and also the people she hurt along the way. The scars left by her presence were never healed. The crown now sits on her head, but it does not erase the past and the things she did to get to where she is today. After decades of royal service, Princess Anne remains one of the most respected figures in the monarchy. She is seen as honest, hardworking, and committed to the royal family. She has never demanded attention or asked to be praised for her accomplishments. Her dedication speaks for itself. That is why her quiet refusal to embrace Camilla still matters. During private events, Princess Anne has consistently maintained a professional demeanor. She greets Camilla politely. Still, observers know the difference between kindness and tolerance. Anne does not offer warm smiles or playful gestures. Her relationship with Camilla remains cold and distant. This division has become even more noticeable since the passing of Queen Elizabeth. In her final years, the Queen made efforts to keep the family united. She tolerated Camilla. She even gave her a title. Still, she did not make that decision easily. Reports say she waited until the final year of her life before expressing public support for Camilla's future title. Many believe that the move came from a sense of duty, not a genuine belief. Since the coronation, Camilla has taken on more visibility. She attends major events, she makes speeches, she oversees some royal patronages. However, her role lacks the warmth and respect typically associated with other senior royals. Princess Kate, for example, receives widespread admiration. People often describe her as graceful and trustworthy. Camilla, on the other hand, is still met with mixed feelings. The public says she always looks as if she were forced to be there, not because she cares and wants to help. Royal commentators have noted that Camilla's efforts to modernize her image have their limitations. She rarely appears at events that involve Diana's charities. She avoids speaking about herself because she knows the risk. Bringing up history, especially one that she contributed significantly to, could risk having the things she worked so hard for be forgotten. So she stays silent. Nonetheless, silence does not equal forgiveness, and the silence won't repair the damages she and Charles caused. Within the royal family, Camilla's inner circle remains small. Prince William has kept a respectful distance. He shows no signs of a close personal bond with her. His wife, Kate, also avoids public displays of affection. Their children do not refer to Camilla as a grandmother. She may be the queen in title, but not in role. Her relationship with Prince Harry was no better, if not even worse, and it was because of something Camilla had done to him. After Prince Harry left for Eton College, his bedroom at Clarence House was quietly cleared out. The space that had once held his childhood belongings, his books, his sports gear, and his private memories was repurposed. Camilla, who had gradually moved into Clarence House with Prince Charles, allegedly had the room transformed into a dressing room or wardrobe space. According to reports and royal biographies, this change deeply affected Harry. He later mentioned the moment in his memoir where he described returning to Clarence's house and finding his room gone, turned into what looked like a storage area for Camilla's clothes. It was not just the loss of a room, it was the message it sent. Camilla had taken physical space in the home and, symbolically, removed part of Diana's legacy with it. For Harry, it marked one of the many small erasures that built up over time. The fact that no one had warned him added insult to injury. It showed a lack of regard for his presence, his comfort, and his history. To him, it felt like being pushed out of a life that had once been his, piece by piece, starting with the room where he had once felt at home. Even among royal staff, stories have emerged that confirm Camilla's uneasy place. Some longtime servants have spoken anonymously about the tension during royal holidays. Camilla reportedly prefers to spend Christmas at Highgrove rather than Sandringham, where most of the family gathers. When King Charles faced health challenges in the year 2024, Camilla stepped in at a few events. The palace highlighted her presence, calling it a sign of leadership. Still, reactions were cold. People remembered that she had not earned her place the same way others had. She had not carried the weight of royal duty for decades like Anne. All of Camilla's accomplishments don't matter because she was not the one meant to achieve them. Public surveys still show that Camilla's approval ratings are lower than most senior royals. Even after becoming queen, she has not reached the level of trust that Charles once hoped for. Many people continue to compare her to Diana. That comparison always ends the same way. Diana is remembered with love. Camilla is remembered for her betrayal. One event in particular confirmed this gap. In the year 2024, a royal wedding took place in the family. Several members attended. Princess Anne, Prince Edward, Princess Eugenie, and others arrived on time. Camilla arrived quietly. Prince William and Kate did not attend. Their absence raised eyebrows. No statement was given. Still, royal watchers saw it as a message. Not everyone wants to celebrate with Camilla. When it was time to take the group picture at the wedding, Camilla stood near the back. She smiled, but the smile looked forced. Princess Anne stood near the front beside her daughter Zara and other senior royals. The divide in the photo matched the truth in the family. Camilla may wear the crown, but she does not have their trust. It shows that time and titles cannot erase what people know deep down. The royal family is built on tradition, service, and sacrifice. Camilla's story does not match that foundation. Her rise was made through deceit, not purpose. Her title was given, not earned, because, according to the public, she did not deserve it. Princess Anne will never speak badly about Camilla. That is not her style. Still, her silence carries weight. It reminds the world that crowns can be placed on heads, but respect must be earned. For some, it may never come. In the end, Queen Camilla sits on a throne meant for Diana and assumes the role Diana should have performed. For Princess Anne, Camilla could wear any crown she wanted and have any title she craved. But she will never deserve any of the things she took, not earning. And she would forever be the queen who stole Diana's spot in the public eye. Do you think Queen Camilla earned her title fairly? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more videos like this. Before you go, watch the other videos on your screen.